December 2019, almost a year, I started my YouTube channel. So
all right.
It's
I like
almost
it.
been a year. It's been a year, and I kind of shifted, but now it's called the Salon Chat. And
Okay.
I've patterned my channel really after you. I have to be honest. I'm an introvert.
Right.
I've been watching your channel for years before I even ever thought about starting a channel, because I always love how you don't only give your perspective, you give other people's perspectives on success in life. And you include yours in there, you intertwine yours in there as well. And so that is kind of like my idea of my whole channel, the Salon Chat.
Okay.
So I have about maybe a little less than 50 videos. I haven't, I've kind of, been off track a little bit. Some weeks I get over, because I do everything. I record, I edit, I do my research, and I do everything. And I'm a hairstylist. I still work behind the chair too. So I just get all fuzzy and warm inside when I can hear the stories and the challenges, the successes of hairstylists. And I want this movement to be global. I want it to be, I'm a movement maker, so it has to be
She's
global.
doing it. Let's go. I love it. So what do you got? What can I help you with?
I haven't done the live thing yet. I mostly do my YouTube channels every week. And so in the group, it was very profound. A few weeks ago, you mentioned how you have the one-offs. Is that the right word I think you use? Where we interview and we have a little bit of that interview in front of, in the beginning of the video.
The coming ups.
The coming ups. Listen to me, the one-offs.
No. Hey, listen. It's like, maybe I said that. I don't know.
Right. The coming ups.
You got it. You got it, Sharon. We got it. It's happening.
Right.
Keep going.
So then the next one is me on screen. And so that's what I'm working on perfecting, like starting off strong, giving a strong intro, and creating myself, as the expert on camera, but still being able to resonate with my audience and grab the audience that is aligned with me, because I know everybody is not aligned with me. So what would you suggest? Because I'm posting on Instagram. In my stories, I work on being consistent. Sometimes I fall off a little bit, but I'm working on being consistent. So those are the two types of content that I focus on. They're not all the coaching model. They may have some type of natural or some type of cultural talks based on hair. It could be based on business. It could be actually clients. I had a few clients on their perspective of their experience with hairstylists. So that's the kind of direction I'm taking. So it's not like I'm always coaching model. And my ultimate goal is to have a mastermind, a business mastermind for hairstylists, because my one word is connection.
All right.
So I love for people to connect. I've been connecting people all my life. I've connected
the introvert connector in the house. Yes. I like it. All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop talking, and I hope you understand a little bit of the direction I'm working on.
So the content is all geared towards people who want to open or are currently running their own salon?
So actually my content is mostly geared to independent hairstylists. So hairstylists that rent booths, hairstylists that have small studios like myself. I had a salon for 13 years. My husband and we sold it 2 years ago. And so also hairstylists who have salon suites. So those independent hairstylists that are like solopreneurs.
With ambitions to have their own salon?
Not necessarily. Just those who, because I've been a booth renter. I was a booth renter for 10 years before I opened my own salon. So yes and no.
Okay. And then ultimately you want to have them be in a mastermind group with you where they're learning and connecting with each other, moral support.
Yes, moral support, master classes, high level personal development, book readings, and able to show their work. And I've already come up with the name of I've done my website. I've done everything for my mastermind. I don't have members yet though, but they're coming.
Well, so that becomes part of I think your best bet to get those people in are going to be any mashups you use. Like, who are you using when you're doing a clip of somebody else? What are you pulling in? Is it still talking about salon, or is it more motivation?
No, I haven't really tapped into the motivation part yet. It's more talking about people's salon experience, maybe cultural talks. I talk about gray hair, how to take care of gray. It's just all.
How do you take care of no hair? How about that? Is that
a good head massage? A good head massage. So,
but there's you talking about it, but you said you're also pulling in different people's clips.
Oh, I actually, so I've kind of shifted my model. I was doing a lot of interviewing on the screen.
Okay.
And so those interviews were taking like 50 minutes. And so I kind of like minimize this. Well, I'm not always on the screen. Sometimes I'm jumping in with the feature, the person I'm featuring on the screen. And then sometimes they're on the solo screen. So I'm not always just playing clips like you are. Sometimes I'm right there interviewing the person.
Okay, so you have interviews with people who are doing it?
Yes, exactly.
With hairstylists, okay.
Yes.
And then you've got you direct the camera, sharing your message.
Because mostly I pick the topic. I pick the tips, kind of like you have your tips, your top 10 tips, and then you play the interview based on your top 10 tips. And then I let them speak. So I'll give you an example. My video coming out next week is don't open a salon until you do this. Mm-hmm. So I have someone we're talking about, and I came up with all the tips. We're talking about what things to think about before you open a salon. So we're on screen together. Sometimes she's on screen by herself, but I come up with all the tips and we talk based on the tips because I know they can resonate being a salon owner like I was. I know they can resonate with the tips that I come up with.
So whatever you want to make money doing, I want to see the process of you doing it.
Okay.
On video. So think about what's going to be in your masterclass.
Okay.
So people are going to pay you $50 a month or $100 a month or whatever they're going to pay you to be part of your group session. They're going to get knowledge from you. They're going to get connection to each other. So like what you want your content to be a micro version of it.
Okay.
To say like, oh my God, who is this Sharon person? I've never met her, but I love her vibe. I want to sign up for her program. So think about inside your program, are you going to be doing, like, how does your program in your head work? Are you going to be doing speeches? Are you running like movement makers or what are you going to be doing?
So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for me to have coaching because my husband is a hairstylist too. And he's like really into mindset and motivation and personal development. So together we'll have like a weekly call, but my idea also is for the members in the group to come on live to share their concepts of business but it'll be kind of curtailed to where I know exactly what they're talking about. So they're not going to be just people just all over the place. But my idea is for a lot of the members to take action inside the group and to connect with one another, come up with topics that we will discuss on a regular basis, and also things that I'm not a master of. Like I'm not a master at Instagram. So I would love for someone else to come outside the group and do once a month, like a mastermind on a certain topic that I am not, that I don't know a lot about. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you see the so I've got my wheels are turning. It's coming. It's coming. How do you see the connection between the people happening in the group?
I see the connection because a lot of times, even your family members, for me, sometimes your family members are not even someone that you can go talk to about business and success and your goals. And, like I have a business degree and my mom didn't want me to go to cosmetology school, but since a little girl, I wanted to do hair, but she still supported me. And I feel like sometimes people don't have that support. So inside of a mastermind group where everybody is working toward one goal, success in the hair industry, motivation in the hair industry, and just how to be successful in their business, their life, and mindset to me is everything. So when I think about support, I think about, even though hairstylists might be at several different levels, some may be in the beginning of their career, the first 3-5 years, some may be 10 years. I'm 28 years into the industry. So I just feel like that group that will be attracted to that is a person or a hairstylist, an independent hairstylist that really needs that support, maybe outside of their normal circles. that they may come in contact with or have come in contact with in the industry since they've been in the industry, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. And how many people would you see being on one kind of group session to share?
You mean like how many people inside the group or just period?
Well, like the big group can be the big group, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have thousands of people inside your group.
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
Right? But when you get into the breakout rooms.
Oh, okay. So like on screen, like I use StreamYard and I'm just imagining, like say a topic, taxes. Maybe we'll talk about taxes or we'll talk about somebody's experience with raising their prices. So it would only be like StreamYard can host 10 people. And so I wouldn't take it over that where we're having like a dialogue conversation back and forth live inside the mastermind where other people can, you can see the messages on the side or the questions on the side. So like, I would say like 5 to 7 people who are having more experience and can speak to in a positive mindset people who might have questions about that topic or who may be struggled or challenged with that topic.
So let me pitch you an idea. Okay. Here's what I would love Sharon to do.
I'm ready to write.
All right. So you have a regular series on your YouTube channel that then gets cut for all the other platforms. But I want once a week you talking about a topic that imagine, you're visualizing your group that's going to happen. Imagine when you get in front of them, you're going to be sharing your advice, right? So like, what are you going to be bringing to the table? I want a video a week from your husband. Talking about mindset and motivation and whatever. Because if he's part of your group and he's going to be part of this initiative, then I want to see him on the content as well. And if that's the good, like 1-2 punch that, I like her and I like him. And like, oh my God, I get both of them together. We want to start introducing him ASAP. One, so it doesn't confuse people, but two, also some people might like his style. They like you, but they love him, and vice versa, right? They like him, but they love you. So giving them that extra shot to say, hey, we get both of them. We get the tag team. If you can't commit to one a week of both, then you alternate. Like once is you and once is him, and once is you and then once is him to bring. Now you're
saying on the YouTube channel?
But everywhere. Like YouTube is just your long form content.
Yeah.
And then you split it up to the 1 minute version goes to Instagram.
I've been doing a little bit of that. So I'll take my editor and copy the content and just take a little 1 minute clip and post it and on the post on my feed and then in the stories also.
Yeah. One YouTube video that's a 10-minute video could become 3 Instagram videos.
Right. That makes sense.
And 4 Instagram pictures from one video.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to create.
Go ahead.
No, you don't have to create anything new. You don't have to like say, I need to make something brand new for all these platforms.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck just making content everywhere because you have a business to run. You don't want to just be a full-time Instagram influencer.
Hobbier. No, I don't.
So the way you do that is you have YouTube long form, 10-minute plus videos, and then you cut it for all the different platforms.
Okay, cool. So you're saying everything I want to see in my group, this needs to be seen now on the YouTube channel, the content on the YouTube channel. If it's mindset, motivation, inspiration, business tips.
Yeah, whatever.
And then I can still infuse some of the features in there also.
Yeah, so ideally, I'd love to see once a week you and once a week your husband. If you can't do that, then every 2 weeks you, every 2 weeks your husband. Right? Okay. Second, I'd love to see continue to do a series where you're bringing people in to learn, but I want it to be an interview series, not just them present. I want you in there.
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
It's never just them presenting. I am the platform.
Yeah. You're the heart.
It's never just them presenting. It's me interviewing them based on the tips that I come up with and listening to sharing their perspective on my topic.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, because you will likely need to educate some of your guests on the salon industry. If they're an Instagram expert, they may not know the salon industry inside out or the stylist industry inside out. But you ask the right questions to pull out the right meat, from them. Exactly. So I would love to see that be a series. Weekly might be too much. but twice a month where you're bringing on an expert and you're doing an interview with them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And that's a YouTube video. You know, to start, that's a YouTube video. And then, see what's all missing in this piece, though, is connection. Like, if the core is going to be connection, so I was asking you before about how do people going to connect inside the group. I would love for you to I think could be a great business model, have their first session with you for free that is filmed, that you have your 6 to 8 people. I'm not even worried about making it themed where you have to come in and say, okay, today we're talking about sales, or we're talking about styles, or we're talking about social media. You just leave it open as a mastermind that you run and you film, and they join, and you basically show up to say, okay, how can we help you?
Okay. Kind of like
just
you.
Yeah, just like this. Like, I don't know what we're talking about, right? I show up, hey, how can I help, Sharon? And then you tell me what's on your mind. And they're going to talk about, hopefully, stylist related things, right? Between what you and your husband can cover off, they're not going to come and ask you, how do you change a tire on a car or something, right? I mean, that's why they're coming
wrong person.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, same thing for you. If you ask me that, like, I don't know. Go to Google. I mean, I don't know. So you film it, you get your 6 to 8 people, you and your husband are in there, plus 6 to 8 people, you film it for video. That might be a 3-hour session that you don't put the whole thing up, but you take clips of the best moments and you put that up. And your goal is for them to come out of that saying, holy cow, like, that's amazing. I'm not alone. I'm not the only person struggling with these problems. I got some great wisdom from both of you guys, and also from the other people in this room.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
And this happens inside the mastermind when I have people join the mastermind.
No, I want this to be a free thing before they get to the mastermind.
Gotcha. Oh,
it's a free thing that they can join. You get 6 to 8 people. You sit down for 2 to 3 hours, and you just workshop with them. It's like, hey, everybody's got 20 minutes. What's going on here? How can I help?
Huge. Yeah. And so that I can use my StreamYard for that, and it's private, right?
No, I would record it and say it's recorded. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's recorded.
But then you take clips.
Private.
Yeah, you don't put it the whole 2 hours or 3 hours, but you take clips and you share that.
Okay.
And then what you have is you have some of those people say, that was awesome. Do you have like a membership, or like how do we do this again? Right? How do we do this again? Like, hey, we've got what's the name of your program?
It's called the Independent Creator Collective.
Great. Hey, we've got the Independent Creator Collective. We've got the ICC ready to go. Our next meeting is this Thursday. If you want to join, how much is it?
Right now, the $27 a month.
$27 a month. Here's the link to join.
Less than your latte factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. So that you give them the free experience, but you're filming it. So you have content, right? It's not just free.
Exactly.
You have content for your channels. And so now on your public side, on the channels, you've got you talking, you've got your husband talking, you've got the interviews with experts, and you've got moments, highlights from the, whatever we're going to call it, your mastermind sessions with people. So that's all public. And then your bridge to the paid is, hey, if you like all this stuff you're seeing from me, I'm doing my next free session is happening.
It's funny you said that, because I was the person I interviewed earlier this week. We talked about, I actually gave her an idea for her to come on with me to talk to hairstylists and make it free, and possibly do it live on my Facebook page within the StreamYard. So this is similar to exactly what you're talking about.
Well, like, I want a new one launching every week, or maybe even twice a week, where you're having 6 to 7 people every time. You give them a great experience, and then you say, hey, you can sign up for my program, $27 a month. Here you go.
That's so good. That's really huge. Okay. That's good. Okay. I'm just like,
yeah. That's I think, you know why? It's because connection.
That gives me clarity. Lots of it.
It's because connection is so important to you.
It is, yeah.
It has to be a part of your content. It can't just be you talking to the camera. You have to be showing, yeah.
And I've been having coaches say, I've never resonated with just the coaching talking model, because connection, you know, me talking to other people and us masterminding and getting ideas out into the open. I think that's how people grow, especially creatives, because they can't just grow just watching something. They need to get their hands in it. They need to get their ideas in it. And so, yeah, that's why I feel like that's never been my model for me. And I've never really had anybody understand that. Yeah. Because it's different. It's a different model. It's not the same model you see everywhere else.
Yeah, it makes sense. And listen, don't force the thing that they have to connect on, right? So
yeah, that's true.
The great thing of bringing 6 to 8 different independent stylists is maybe they don't want to talk about social media. Maybe they don't care. Maybe that's not what their problem is right now. Maybe their problem is negotiating the chair this month.
That's so true.
Maybe that's what they're struggling with. And like, no matter what you talk about social media, it's like, okay, that's cool. But like, this could put me out of business if I can't find a place to operate, right?
Yes.
So that's why you just leave it
open.
Especially
during these times right now.
That's why you just leave it open. Everybody gets 20 minutes. You go around the table. And obviously you and your husband are probably the biggest experts at the table, but then somebody else might contribute something to say what they're learning, and then they make the connections.
Yeah, exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. So instead of forcing a topic, you just say, hey, we're gonna sit down for 2 hours. We're gonna bring 6 or 7 other people just like you, and we're just gonna talk about your business and whatever you think is the most important. It's a strategy for you. It's not a strategy for most people. Like, because you're a weird duck, right? Like,
yeah, I am. I
know.
I'm a chosen one. I'm a chosen one.
But you'll love that. A lot of people would die in that environment, but that's actually the best thing for you.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
You'll love it. Like, don't force a topic. Let them come up with it. Everybody will leave feeling great, because again, they probably don't know anybody else who's doing this. They can't talk to their family. They can, but their family doesn't know what to tell them to do. Yeah. They don't get it. Yeah. Even if they're supportive, they don't know what to say.
Some of them are like me. Some of them will be like me. A lot of them will be like me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your husband is in the business, right? So a little different. A lot of people, their husband or wives aren't in the business. They have some other job. So they might give... Mm-hmm. Right? They might give moral support, but they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true, because we worked in the salon for 13 years together as owners. So I know our time is almost up, but we worked he's retired from the hair industry. He does another business that we have for our family, internet business, but outside of the hair industry, but he's still, he's won awards and all kind of stuff. So
if he's going to be in the group, then he needs to be in the content.
Okay, cool.
Even if it's not the main, like you're the one doing the interviews, and you're doing most of it, but I want to see him there. I want to see the presence, because it just brings a different vibe. Now, if he's not going to show up in the groups, or he's coming like once a year or something to the groups.
Oh, no, it won't be like that. No.
Yeah, okay. No, well, then say, hey, listen, you're the internet guy. We need you on camera. Let's make some content.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And he just started a YouTube channel, but
what's your husband's first name?
David.
David.
Our last name is Guilty. Gilty.
David, we need you making videos. Okay, you got to make a weekly video on motivation and mindset.
He loves the camera. He loves the camera more than me.
Oh, great. Okay, David, this is easy for you then. Let's go.
Yes.
Cool. That's the game plan.
Thank you so much. Yes, this is amazing. This is awesome.
Cool. We'll talk more inside Movie Makers. But,
cool.
Yeah, like get working on it. Like I would love to see your first 6 or 7 people, your first session before,
definitely,
like in the next couple of weeks before the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's going to be. We're going to have more than one.
All right.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Right.
Have a great day.
Week.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.
If you want to see another awesome one-on-one I did with an entrepreneur just like you, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.